You're tuned into news across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
4 games, 1 point.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Damn, nobody. You guys are whack. Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie. I am sitting comfy today right here in the Nag couch for today. It has a different name during the week.
Who's under the cover, Eddie?
The black leather. To my left, you said you just turned 18?
I'm looking for a job. I need to put myself out there, you know?
Damn, trying to get through college is tough. What up, Guti?
What's up, bro? Cero miedo.
No, but you can't do that no more. It's uno punto.
No, I don't give a fuck. I want to do what I want to do, so.
Coming all the way from Nicaragua. What up, Edgar?
Hey, man, what's going on, dude? What up? What an action-packed weekend.
Yeah, right? Lakers won today, too. That's what's up. And on the ones and twos today, we got... By that sound, you could tell it's actually Bryant. Brian said, "Go Lakers."
Actually, people can hear me and see me now. So what's up?
Oh shit. So, guys, anything housekeeping we need to do? Any housekeeping?
Well, I was at Arrow Lodge today to watch the game. I took my wife and my son, and there were only a few people there, but that was nice. My wife had never been there. Got some nice pizza. My son was running around. Sat there for a little bit, watched the game.
But if you want to remember us, oh shit.
Oh,
sorry.
So yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No.
Conversation.
It was a nice little vibe, man.
I don't have the mute buttons in front of me. Sorry. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that voice, but there's a very, very special guest here. Say hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
What? No way.
It is all the way from taking a break from his News Across the Lake new podcast. She also is paying us a nice visit here from
all the way from Idaho.
Yeah, where the fuck he lives now?
Chuyazo.
Utah.
From his little farm way out there in Boise.
His snow farm.
Yeah, but I missed the housekeeping because he came in.
Wow. No, nothing much. Just that I was at the bar. That's it. My brain is fried, dude. I've been, me and my wife have been playing with a 4-year-old all weekend long. My brain is right now. So entertain me, guys.
Look at this picture. There's your entertainment. Those horns, huh? I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any. I guess it has to do with the game, right? We got the news that. Oh, go ahead.
Well, real quick, sorry. In the midweek show, which was a couple of days ago, we had Luis at Fiero Viajero Onik. But before we spoke about the Portland match, I did a quick recap on the Herediano match. I want to reiterate some of the things that I said about that. Maybe you guys can jump in as well. After the Galaxy lost in Heredia, which I was not surprised. A lot of times, these teams win these games in Central America, but people were saying that, Galaxy's in trouble. And in Heredia, I was looking at the local news. They were acting like this was like they were headed for the World Cup, and Heredia was gonna go and smash everyone along the way. And my reaction was like, oh hell no, man! LA Galaxy is gonna it's gonna beat these guys. I even predicted Galaxy was gonna win 2-0. They were gonna move on comfortably. Um, I did not expect what I saw. That was complete dominance. Um, the following day, I was looking at the local Costa Rican news, and they were eating each other alive on media. They're like, you said that we're gonna go all the way, and no, well, you said this and you said that, and they're just like tearing each other down. And I was like, damn, they really believed that they were gonna beat the MLS Cup champs. Nah, that was not the case. So I don't know what you guys thought about the game. I was there. I thought it was like a really cool little crowd. I sat with Lars, had a fantastic time. They were hanging out with Lars. Um, it wasn't like the typical setup where you could hang out in the little pods before the game and then go in. But and then afterwards it's kind of the same. People just kind of mingling in the in the parking lot. But overall, it was just a cool vibe. Even though the weather was chilly and cold, it was just a lot of fun. But what did you guys think? Did you guys watch the game?
Yes, I went. I decided to torture myself and watch Chivas lose embarrassingly, as they always do against America. So, and I was watching the game on my phone. Thankfully, the Galaxy won, and they won in probably the best way possible, scoring three of the best tap-ins I've ever seen in my entire life, and a beautiful goal from Julian Aude. So, thank you, Galaxy. You didn't make me. Yeah, I'm not on the suicide watch list.
Whoa, hey, that's just,
Hey, we don't bring up that word here.
yeah, take it easy. Yeah,
Never say watch list.
yeah, watch list, bro. Yeah, list. Someone may be on the list on this pod.
A la verga.
It's not me though. I live close to a school, so it's not me.
He's out of that list, okay?
No, you don't be stupid.
But any surprise for you guys? The result? Were you guys
Not
surprised at all?
really. I think, and I've said this before, not just like Costa Rican soccer, but I guess even Mexico. I think Mexico is now stepping up, but the CONCACAF soccer is just kind of suffering right now. So to me, the fact that we even lost to them over there, that was the shocker. I think that's what should have happened over there as well. So no shocker for me. It's like, yeah, you could. It's a lesser opponent, but at the end of the day, you could only play who they put in front of you, and they did what they were supposed to. Not too happy how they let that go in. That goal go in. It was not a set piece, right? If it was a header, so that's kind of like the old Galaxy right there, right? Doesn't really matter who we're playing. Once that ball's getting crossed in, it gets shaky.
Yeah, but that was a nice goal though. Like for them, they had. I know in that game they had several opportunities to score. At one point, they had an opportunity to really make things a little difficult for Galaxy. When Galaxy was up to nothing, and the guy whiffed. I mean, it was the ball was. I mean, the attack was coming in from up the left flank, up the Herediano left flank, and the ball got kind of squeezed out to the top of the 18, and one of their players came in, and that dude had like a clear shot at the goal, and he like sent it up into the V block. And at that point, you're like, yeah, these guys are cooked, man. They're not. That was their big opportunity, and they messed it up. Um, I actually interviewed a fan from Herediano who was there before the game, and he was confident that Herediano was going to win the game. And I'm sorry, they
Gee,
didn't.
they cut him off right
They
after that.
traveled
Huh?
all the way from Costa Rica, and I was like, damn, that's dedication. But yeah, there was no
That's
way they were
money,
gonna win.
baby. That's not dedication. That's money.
Talk about Costa Rica, huh?
Rich
Yeah.
dog.
But something else. Something else. Go on.
Before I forget, hey, shout out to the Newcastle fans. All that suffering, if you exist.
Hey, what the fuck?
Newcastle?
I've always been a Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
We're
what?
Fulham, baby.
What about
I-
Fulham?
nah,
Taking
we're
care
not-
of business, man.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
Tottenham, right?
Yeah, that's why, bro.
I always thought it was a beer. And
Give me
then
worse.
it
You give me
was
an
a
Everton
team.
fan.
And then it was a movie.
Uh,
No, Santiago Muniz is definitely happy right now.
well, yeah, something else I got to point out. Before the Galaxy game kicked off, I was watching the Vancouver game, against Monterrey, and I know some other people were like paying attention as well. And CONCACAF has to always CONCACAF. Vancouver was up comfortably in that match, and they were going to get through regardless. And literally, like, and the ref said, like, "Oh, there's like 6 extra minutes, right?" It's like, all right, fine. In injury time, I don't know if you guys saw the highlights, but a ball gets whipped into the box and Monterrey's attacking, and the ball literally hits a defender's like upper arm on his as he's like he's not even looking at the ball. He's just running to try to cover his man, and the ball hits him in the upper arm, and they call it a penalty. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? The guy wasn't even looking. The guy wasn't even paying attention." And like the ball literally hit him in the back of his arm. He doesn't even know what the hell's going on. They called a penalty. Monterrey tied the game. Um, and then the ref gave them like an extra 5 to 6 minutes. I was like, damn, they really wanted Monterrey to tie that game. In the end, Vancouver still hung on and they won. And the funny thing to me was like, I'm watching the game on my phone, and for some reason, they haven't kicked off the Galaxy game. Literally, as the Monterrey game is ending, they kick off like within seconds. I was like, wow, that is incredible. They're waiting for one game to end before they start the other one. So just a little observation. I thought that was funny.
Controversy.
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 Vancouver is kicking ass, by the way. They're like they're like going to the Champions League. They're undefeated in MLS. Our buddy Nathan up there in Vancouver and Joshua, they're saying that they're not used to being undefeated this far in the season, and that they're in first place. They're like, this is weird, man. Hold me. I don't get it. It feels
That's
strange.
crazy.
Hold me.
That's crazy. They're probably the ones that say, "Oh, hey, we knocked out Sergio Ramos."
Yeah, they could say that.
Hey,
That's crazy.
I was telling Guti earlier today that there's a lot of interesting like little streaks in the league right now. If you pay attention, like St. Louis hasn't conceded a goal.
Chicago's actually doing good.
I think Chicago hasn't lost.
St. Louis hasn't lost.
St. Louis hasn't lost. So I know I'm missing someone, but
we were talking about it.
Vancouver?
It was Vancouver, Chicago, and
St. Louis.
But it's interesting that all this is happening right now. But us,
you know what?
We got a point, baby.
What are you talking about? We're on a streak. In every game we've let a goal at least.
Goddamn Zonka.
So hey, we're on a streak, okay?
Zancaleta, baby.
Yes, sir.
Nah, this was all the goal in this game. That was all Miguel Berry, man.
Oof. Oh, so well, maybe we can start talking about today's action if you guys are up for it. Before that, man. We got news that Juan Yamane was ready to return to action, and also Mateus Nascimento. Oh,
There's no I.
Whatever. Sorry, where are my Brazilian manners? Was cleared to play. And I think that started a little excitement for me. I've been wanting to see this kid play. Want to see what he's got. Obviously, we're thirsty for goals right now. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't think he was going to start. I don't think anybody did. And I'm actually trying to pull the line up here. That's why I'm stalling. But...
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, before, to give you some time, almost a week ago, I was asked to come on as a guest spot on the Scarves and Spikes show that they do every Monday, which they did talk about MLS. It's like an MLS wrap-up. And they wanted me to come on because they were curious to know what was going on with LA Galaxy. And because they were like, what the heck, you guys are the champions and you're in last place. You know, are you concerned? And mind you, this is before the Herediano match. And I said, no, I'm not concerned at all. I was like, I'm not worried at all. You know, this was expected. You lost 4 players from the MLS Cup championship team. You have going into, before that at a game in Herediano, the first leg, you had like 7 injuries. Garces came back in that one, obviously. And I said that once everybody is back and healthy, even if Puig isn't there, just as long as you get some of those other bodies back in the field and people start playing like they should, Galaxy's going to be okay. I told him that's when I first said, yeah, we're gonna beat Herediano. We're gonna move on. I'm very confident of that, and things are gonna get better, as the season progresses. So I'm not concerned at all. I was like, you have to be really, really bad to miss the playoffs in MLS. And I don't think LA Galaxy is going to be fighting for a playoff spot in the end. I think they're going to be getting there comfortably, at least fourth, maybe fifth. And if they get really hot, maybe even three. But that leads us into this next match, Eddie. So
Okay.
what's the lineup?
Before we get to that lineup, and it has to do with the lineup actually. Thank you. What the fuck? Did McCarthy prove he should be the starter, or do you guys want to see what he can do against Minnesota, a better team? Actually, yeah, I agree that he deserved another look. Is that fair?
Yeah, you know what, Eddie? The Atlanta guys actually asked me about that. What's going on? You guys are having some kind of goalkeeper controversy, and I was like, yeah, kinda. And I made a reference to it. I said, remember when Chicharito got hurt at the beginning of 2023, and all throughout 2022, we had heard from Dejan Joveljic about how he's the man, he's the future. Well, here's your opportunity, buddy. Take the stage. Let's see what you can do. Yeah, like he scored like a really weird goal in that first game against Austin, and after that, it was like, what? Nada. He just didn't do nothing, right? So I said it's kind of the same thing with Mikovic. I was like, he got his opportunity to come in and see what he can do, and he's made a lot of mistakes. His distribution is terrible, and it just seems like all that talk, the fact that he said, I could have gone to Europe, but I'm staying here. Give me an opportunity. Well, you had your opportunity, dude, and you didn't. I mean, the team wasn't exactly great, but you didn't exactly really help. He kind of contributed to some of the demise of the Galaxy. So to see John McCarthy come back, it makes a lot of sense. He's played well in the Champions Cup, and I hope we get to see more of him. And I would not be upset if we don't see Mikovic until the League's Cup.
All right, and that leads me to the starting lineup. So, as we were talking about, by the way, McCarthy and Fagundes, and actually a lot of these people don't even have pictures. Need to hit up Google because these pictures need upgrading. So in goal we had John McCarthy, left back Julian Aude, center backs we had Yoshida and Zancaleta. At right we had Miller, another start. In the middle we had the trio, an interesting trio of well, this is how they put it. I think this is how, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how it was. Lepli, Parente, and Cerillo. And then we had Fagundes out left, Gabriel Peck at right, and then one Miguel San Berry. So, guys, lineup is out, playing in Portland on turf, on that carpet laid on top of cement. How are you guys feeling? Any surprises? Any changes you would have made? Were you guys good with the youngsters?
Uh,
No
I'll go
Zonka,
first.
please.
I was surprised that Harvard Miller got another start. But when you're that young, I mean, he played Wednesday, right? But when you're that young and you're playing well, it doesn't take that long for you to recover. I mean, some of the other players like Maya Ishida, uh, you know, they're just conditioned that way. But Howard Miller go back in there, good for him. Nice to see him in there. More Tucker Lepley, that's good too. And Isaiah Parente, all those three guys have been playing really well, and to see them back in the lineup, I feel like it was earned. And also, you got to remember that this is this Portland game wraps up a very chaotic, hectic last 2.5 weeks for LA Galaxy, where they're playing a game almost every 3 days. So to put that lineup out there, no surprise. Um, I was kind of hoping. I mean, I know hoping against hope we see Nascimento start, but he just came back from injury, and I figured, okay, we'll probably see him sometime in the second half. And but obviously, the big news was that J Mac was back at goal, and that was nice to see.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, one other thing, by the way, I was a little concerned that we did not see John Nelson there, but hmm,
one and then Garces, right? To me,
yeah,
those are interesting. And besides that, I mean, how much is it surprising? It's kind of like that's what we have, right? That's why these guys are out there. Royce, I figured wouldn't feature because of
The turf.
the field, but the rest, I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't surprised because I literally didn't know what to expect. So, uh, may sound like a dumb answer to you. I don't care. That's literally what was going through my head as Guti was. I was driving to the viewing party. Oh, shout out to Lars and their viewing party too. That was cool. Hermosa's always. It was nice to be out at the beach,
At the bit.
even though it wasn't that warm. But yeah, I mean, as I was driving and as Guti and Tony were reading the lineup to me, I was like, sure.
One other note, as far as Garces is concerned, I think the fact that he came back from a calf injury, you really don't want to overexert him, especially in artificial turf. So, not having him out there at the beginning kind of makes sense. So,
I think it was worse having him out there in the end. He was trying to get into fights for no reason.
well, him and the Chata brothers, man,
Garces.
they're like
Huh?
they're talking to each
Garces.
other in Colombian slang.
Damn.
I didn't understand how that fight even started.
With that.
We're
Oh
not
yeah,
there.
what happened? Because
We're not-
I wasn't really paying attention because
Take it
my
easy.
son did something.
Take it
Tranquilo,
easy.
tranquilo, we're
We'll
not
get
there yet,
there.
we're
We'll
not there
get
yet.
there.
All right, let's go.
Well, for me, the lineup was actually expected. I think my only thing, I'm gonna start having personal beef with Zonka now because of the goal he let in against Vancouver. So, not a shocker. Glad McCarthy's back. But overall, it's decent lineup.
I feel like this shit is like in memory of us, bro. Like it fucking died and shit, dude. It's never over without you, my friend. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, lineup. What about you, Brian, and your little podcast black hole?
So, hi. So, I think one of the biggest things that I liked about watching this lineup was that the kids got their chance to play. For me, in particular, Harbor Miller is such a dog. He deserves his starting role. He's been playing very hard, and including champions, and then today he showed that he's capable of having that starting position. So I'm just glad Royce didn't see the field. To be honest, I'm gonna keep hating. I'm gonna keep hating on that.
I'll say this real quick. The right youngsters played today.
Yeah, I think one of like Tucker Lepley, bro. I'm so glad he's getting minutes right now. I honestly think the kid's good. The kid has potential. So I hope to see him more. I hope it's just. I know the.
Dude, this guy's like literally a year older than you, and you're calling him a kid. Come on.
I mean, realistically, he's,
They are.
It's in soccer terms.
yeah, in
Professional
soccer
soccer
terms,
You're like,
he's a
you're like,
kid.
yeah, this kid. It's
Yeah,
like
he-
a 5-year-old talking to a 4-year-old. Like, yeah, this kid I met.
Wait,
he's
how old
really
is he?
fun." He's
They're
17.
all like over 22, as you know.
Tucker Lepley?
He's 17.
No, he's like 23 or something.
I thought you were talking about Harbor Miller.
Harbor Miller
No,
is
I'm
17.
talking about Lepley, bro.
Oh,
By the way, Brian called. He says he's a dog. Do you know how Harbor Miller was conceived? Inside joke. It's probably not appropriate for this podcast. Probably, but who cares? We'll move along. So I mean, how are you guys feeling though? I know you saw the lineup, surprise wise and everything. Given like also Portland's form, and honestly, I didn't even remember. I don't think anybody else remember that Phil Neville was the fucking coach of Portland, and it's not like Phil Neville does not bring fear as a coach to anyone. I think so. That honestly made me feel a little more calm once I saw his face on screen. I was like, oh,
I don't even.
all right, this guy, that's something.
I don't even think the Portland Timbers were doing good in the beginning either, bro, because they got thrashed by the Whitecaps the first game of the season.
yeah, the Timbers are a mess. Did you even watch the midweek show, man? We were talking about that. How dare you?
No.
Yeah, no, the
was too busy playing
Timbers
Call of Duty.
are a mess right now. The Timbers lost Evander. They don't have Cabecita. They're a mess. They're a real mess. And they're not filling up that stadium like they used to in the past. There's a lot of questions still hovering about the ownership of the team with Mariposa, who's complete and utter
Fuck
scumbag.
that guy.
And so there's a lot of weird stuff going on with the team right now. It doesn't feel the same like it did, like when they were going to MLS. Them and Seattle were fighting, for who goes to MLS Cup. There's just something wrong over there in Portland, and the fact that they got thrashed by Vancouver again after they got thrashed by Vancouver to end their
During
season,
the playoffs.
and they're just a mess. So for Galaxy to go in there and get a point, that's good, right? Because usually it's a tough place to play, but you got to take those points when you can. So yeah,
Yeah, one thing I did want to say about that was that coming into this game, I didn't really see or feel that Portland was going to be of any threat to us. In particular, in their forward position. I know you had the midweek show with Lewis, and he talked about all these injuries that they had, but it looked like Felipe Mora started today, and he didn't really look as dangerous as he could have been. But I mean, it's a Portland team that is not of old, not the old Portland team that will always give us trouble. And today we kind of survived.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
sorry,
Hey, yeah.
These guys over here, what are you guys doing?
Nothing, man. Nothing. Just paying my respects. No, I actually, I forgot about the whole Mer Polson thing and everything. So I think even like as now putting thought into it, right? Like as a pro, it must be like kind of hard to get up for these games too. It's like, especially like the Charas that been there for a while. Like you said, Portland used to have like long waiting lists, right, for their season tickets. And this scumbag came in and started canceling people's season tickets.
Yep.
So that was yeah, so I'm saying like the vibe is probably different. Players don't feel like as excited, as enthused to fucking come in and fucking play for this team, for this club.
Yeah,
So-
this team used to be scary, bro. Keep in mind, who they have? Felipe Mora.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Nothing, bro.
So
They had Felipe Mora, Cabecita Rodriguez, Evander.
was a trident.
Just those two. I think the main players were like Evander and Cabecita. Those two were something else. And them losing Cabecita, Evander going to Cincinnati, the way they've been these last few weeks, it's just I think one thing too, going in, playing against the Timbers over there, it's had its up and downs because one season we beat them, and then we go over there like again and they thrash us. But this time I was a little worried, but at the same time it's like we can pull something off here for sure.
Yeah, and I saw that going into this match. I didn't think Galaxy was gonna win this game. I predicted a draw. But my God, and I'll talk more about it. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it as well, but yeah, it should not have been a draw, or at least Portland should have had an opportunity to not make it a draw at the end there. But
Yeah, yeah. But I think we're definitely missing. Well, the game kicks off, and actually, I like a lot of what I saw. Right, I take this Galaxy team for what it is. Like all these names are young names and players that wouldn't have saw the field if it wasn't for the circumstances. And I think they're taking their opportunity and earning to at least be in the discussion to get more time. And I think I think we talked about on the way over there how bad Portland was, and my excuse was like, but that fucking field and that stadium and everything. And honestly, maybe besides a few moments from Miller in the beginning, these kids they didn't seem shook, dude, and it was great. I want to say for at moments we looked like the better team. Two concerns I think I have though is that lack of creativity. Actually, three concerns: that lack of creativity, that striker, which hopefully is he'll develop into that number 9 that we need, and I'm starting to see and still starting to feel like there's that frustration from Peck Some of those shot decisions I wasn't a big fan of. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that.
No, the frustration's been there from I would say like it's been 2 weeks now. You could tell. People ask me about him. So how's Peg doing? Because you're missing Puig and Pinto. So how's he doing? Hey, is he going to be able to play like he usually does? And obviously not. It kind of feels like he's out there on his island, and he has to come back and gather the ball, and then carry it up and try to beat two defenders while he's at it. Whereas before, he would just pick a spot and then take off running, and Puig or somebody would hit him on the stride. Now you're seeing him having to come back and do more work, and MLS defenders know that, so they know to double or even triple team him at times, or set up traps for him, and he doesn't look happy, man. He got that goal in Vancouver, and he's doing what he can to contribute. He got another goal against Herediano, um, but it's still not the same, and he will get frustrated. I just hope that he understands that once these other guys come back, things will be a lot easier. And I keep hearing rumblings that people are expecting him to be gone this summer. So maybe he feels a sense of urgency to try to pad some stats so that way he can precipitate that movement. I mean, that move to Europe or maybe a bigger team in South America.
That, just so you know, that motherfucker left on a buyout clause on my FIFA season. So if that's yeah, bro. He went to Europe. It was whatever. That's besides the point. Um, no, but I also I think some credit's got to be given to Vanny, right? Like you were talking about how we used to hit him in that run because we were very much a fast-paced counterattacking team. I think Vanny has switched it to like a more possession-based team, and that's where we're Peck. They're finding Peck, but they're not finding him in the space that they used to. But we're also moving that ball a lot. The only thing that's missing is breaking that line and that forward. So, but I think that keeps us from getting put in dangerous positions because when we turn over on those fast counters, it comes right back at you. And I don't think I've seen that in this game. I didn't see that in this game, or really. I mean, in Indianos, but I don't think Indianos really had it in them to do something like that. So I mean, shout out to Vanny for that one. I think it's the style we're playing for now, and I think Brian's favorite Royce is going to slide into that well as well because we don't have to move as fast.
Nah, but
Marco
one of the
Royce.
things, dude, that I see is we're also not dangerous enough.
Yeah,
That's the thing that without that fast counter and without that fast paced front, we're not dangerous. Like we're not doing much up front. We can't finish.
We don't want to shoot.
Whenever we're in the box, it just goes to shit. Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
There's a big difference how we were playing and how we're playing now. And I feel the same thing that kind of we see on Cerillo, that Cerillo is doing a lot more than he used to. So he's getting used to being more of a leader type of role in the back or in the mid. I think Beck is kind of going through the same thing. Now he has to take Ricky Puig's basically role to a certain extent, and now he has to be the guy that has to go and get those balls and has to do a lot more work when before he was just run and that's it. Run and get dangerous, and you have Pinto on the other side that can run and get dangerous too. So Beck is the only dangerous one now on the field, and everybody knows it. And nobody cares about Barry.
By
So
the
yeah,
way,
Damn.
dude, Barry is slow, right? And you know how I always joke about how slow he is. The Atlanta guys told us, this guy's slow, and I always joke about how he runs like Wario. Dude, I didn't think anybody was slower than Miguel Berry until I saw Chris Ramirez running, and that dude is like slow to slower. And yeah, he obviously, if you saw the game, he scored today, but he didn't do that with speed. It was like
Spoil it for
this.
him.
damn, Edgar likes to jump ahead every
I know.
time.
Spoil it, bro.
I'm just
Spoil it.
saying, man, he was so slow. Anyway, go on.
Now I don't know where we were. Oh,
First
uh,
half. First half.
first half. The goal they scored on us
Was in the second half.
Was it the second half? Was
Yeah.
it? Oh, it was in
Yeah.
the second half. Anything else from the first half? Oh, I did. I actually did want to mention one thing. Also, I don't know what got into Cerillo today too. The guy wanted to shoot from everywhere.
He was the only one open.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing. He was the only one
You're
open.
shooting
Bro.
from all types of places, and all of them were just going straight into the stands.
I know. Some souvenirs, huh?
Yeah,
Le-
souvenirs
leave
that you gotta
one
give
goal
back.
you had.
He was trying to hit Timber Joey, whatever the fuck his name is.
The Timber Joe.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, Timber Joy.
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
I know my MLS. Points. Anything else from the first half?
Oh, it doesn't work. I was gonna give you coins, but
I was having a nice time at Aero Lodge, watching that first half, some pizza and some cold ones.
Damn. Shout out to Aero Lodge who left us on red.
Yeah, right.
That live show is coming.
Eventually.
Eventually. You used my chat GPT for nothing to write that email. Hey, if you're listening and you go to Aero Lodge, tell them you want your nag. I want my nag.
It's my nag, and I want it now.
All right. Halftime 0-0.
What's the question we always ask at the half? Were you concerned at the half? Did you feel like we're headed in the right direction, or were you like, damn, we're gonna lose?
No, I felt like 0-0 was a big possibility. It actually wasn't the most boring game. Funny to say, I think in some ways the game against St. Louis was a lot more boring. You know, at the end of the day, we got a good ass kicking, but there was a lot of portions of that game that were boring.
Told you not to go.
So I felt like they didn't put us in too much immediate danger. I think that's one of the reasons why, when it comes to McCarthy, I want to see it again, because I can't sit here and say like, oh yeah, this would have definitely been a different result if Mikovic would have started. So yeah, I mean, I was chilling. I was like, all right, what is Sunday night soccer or whatever they're calling it on
Sunday
Apple
night soccer.
you know what? It felt like the game was not out of our hands.
There you go. That part.
Yep.
To hit on something else that one of you guys said about the offense, is that like you said, in the past they had a lot of weapons, right? And it feels like the Galaxy defense did just well enough to keep them from really doing any kind of damage, but at the same time, they're not as potent as they've been in the past. And I'm curious, if anybody attended the match, how was the vibe in the stadium? Like, because Timber's Army in the past has been known for being very loud and boisterous, very energetic, and having had such a rough start to the season, I just wonder if they still have that same kind of energy in the stands,
So,
because it seems like this club is heading in the wrong direction right now.
so there's a comment that was put out earlier by Little Apple. He said that he's on his way back from LA. So Chavos, first of all, he said that the Timbers Army were quiet all game long.
Yeah, and I also saw somebody screenshot a tweet from like a Timbers fan that said, I don't know if he said embarrassing, but he just said that 100 Galaxy fans were making more noise than the Timbers Army, and that was a Portland fan. So I get it though. I mean, we kind of went through it too, right? So you kind of get it. Hey, shout out to them, bro. They other teams stood with us. We stand with them. So hopefully that gets resolved.
Yeah, and Portland were one of the main people who stood with us. Oh, not one of the main people, but they stood with us.
No,
I remember they put up.
understand.
Yeah, I
They
remember
understand.
I remember they put up a Klein outside when all that was happening. So we with you,
Yeah.
boys.
So there you go. So all right. So what are you gonna say, Chewy? You gonna say something?
Second half.
Oh, second half. Beep beep beep. Y
El parte.
arranca el segundo tiempo. That didn't start off too well, right?
No. I still don't even know how that goal went. Honestly, all I just saw was ball in the back of the net, and it was Felipe Mora who scored on us, and I was already mad because I don't like Felipe Mora. I never did.
He doesn't like a lot of people.
That's true.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Muslims either.
Yeah, it's just gross.
One of my cousins doesn't like Denzel. I'm just still disappointed. I'm not gonna burn him. You know who you are.
He
So,
also hates a lot of people.
Miguel Berry, man. Uh, he's the last person you want to see trying to defend somebody, on a goal scoring opportunity. And I didn't get to see the goal like as it happened because my son was distracting me. But then when I looked up and I saw the replay, I was like, all right, which center back got caught out of position, who wasn't, picking up, their person. And then I saw Miguel Berry and I was like, oh no. And Miguel Berry, no matter whether he's on one end of the field or the other end of the field, it always seems like he's just out of position, like he's on the wrong side of things. And yeah, man, they just picked him apart. And people started complaining about Barry online, and I was like,
It's not
this
his
is what you
job.
get with Barry, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's good. He's good for like 10, 20 minutes, but you can't expect this guy to do much in 90 minutes. It's just
And he's not
he's
and
not
he's
that
not
kind of
even
guy.
and he's not even the greatest at his own position.
Nah.
And then what was he doing all the way over there?
That was a second chance at a set
was a
piece,
corner,
right?
no?
At a corner, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
So that's why he was back there defending a corner because you know how great we do in corners.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
amazing.
I'm watching it
Always.
right now. Okay.
Mhm. But yeah, I mean, I think after that it was continued dominance, possession wise,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, the first sub we see is Yamane come in. Nice to see Yamane come back,
Hell yeah.
and then all of a sudden, I see this beautiful head of hair pop up in the bottom of my screen. Kind of looked like reminded me of my hair, and I see the number and I see the number 9, and I was like, all right, here we go, and then I see Christian Ramirez. Damn it.
Sorry, man.
So
Uh,
we see those two subs, but it was interesting, right? Because I think obviously it pays out, but I think it was again more credit to Vanny because I think we were in a position where we were able to do that sub because we possessed the ball so much, and I don't feel Portland really put us under too much put us in too many problems. So to go in with 2 strikers, I was like, all right, fuck it, you lose by an inch or by a mile, bro. it's you're gonna lose at this point. And it didn't take much. It didn't take long to pay off, right? So what an amazing quarterback pass from not someone that I would have expected definitely to throw. I didn't even know he had it in him.
Zanka.
that was a beautiful pass. And
Yeah.
and this is where I was gonna get into what I said earlier about how like Barry is slow, right? And I feel like Chris Ramirez is slower. But I even told my wife, I was like, "Hey, look, the slow guy scored the goal," and she's like, she looked at the play, and she's like, "Oh, they had to put it on the platter for him, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much," because like there's no other way. Like if if
That was
if
not put on the
that pass would have
platter.
been like 5 or 10 yards, like behind or like on the play, there's no way Chris Ramirez would have outrun that defender. He just happened to get there quicker and knock it in. But hey, at this point, we'll take whatever goals we can, right? And he scored against
I feel like
Herediano.
I feel like you got to give him more credit than
Yeah,
that, though.
that was not put on a platter, bro. If you're telling me that
I mean,
ball was put
that
on
was
a
a nice
platter,
pass. He did chest it down, but somebody
That
had to
was-
get the ball to him.
it was a good pass.
What do you think, Black Hole guy?
Oy.
Give me a minute. Okay. Well, one of the things that I did like about that finish was the way that he brought it down, regardless if the ball was put on a platter or not. Just him having the ball come from his back, him still bringing it down, and having the awareness of where to locate it and put it in the back of the net was pretty special. I know we kind of mentioned this in our chat that we were expecting perhaps 10 goals from Christian Ramirez, and it hasn't looked well. And well, the entire team hasn't looked well. And because we are missing key pieces. But just in this particular play, once everybody is healthy, he's going to be getting more service like that where he could bang them in back of the net and maybe get to those 10 goals that we were talking about in the chat. Aside from that, I mean, it was a really good goal, and to our surprise, we were tied up in a match that was it wasn't boring, but it felt like Vanny actually played chess in this one by starting the youngsters and bringing out the substitutions that ended up with the tie. It For me, a valid performance by the team and by Vanny.
And let me tell you this much, and then anybody here in the chat, tell me if I'm wrong. Barry doesn't score that goal.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't.
He doesn't.
All right, so give some more
Absolutely
credit,
not. He
Edgar.
like
Stop
he
being a
overthinks
Ramirez
it.
hater. Get the ISO.
No, I'm just saying,
Well, I'm just saying.
Hold on, but before that, I'm not sure you remember. I think it was before the goal. There was a play where I think Peck was, doing his own thing inside the box, and he whips it in. I swear I have no idea what happened because I literally thought that this ball went in, but it turns out it hit the defender.
Yeah.
It hit a defender. The keeper saved it.
No, Barry tried to backheel it.
Oh my god, bro! From what I saw, I thought legit they crossed it in. They put it in. Whoever was there fucking went in and he scored. The ball literally hit like the bottom little post of that goal and it went back out. That's how tripped out I was. I legit thought that should have been a goal. I still don't even know what happened with that play. I'm still like just.
Well, talking about what should have been a goal, Edgar gave us a little spoiler earlier.
Oh,
we kind of got lucky.
Before that, there's something that caught my attention that like really scared me for a second. And don't forget, man, 84th minute. J Mac suddenly grabs his hamstring and he falls to the ground. And I was like, oh no, this is not what we need right now. But whatever the heck happened to him, maybe like something came up and bit him in the buttocks or something. But he was down for a little bit and he got up and he finished the game. But I really, really hope that come Monday morning or Tuesday we don't hear like, John McCarthy injured his hamstring and he's gonna be out for God knows how long.
Hold on. Like... Let's take it to the hamstring expert Eddie over here. I tell you from experience, if it was a hamstring injury, he would have not continued that game.
It looked like one of the tachones in the back probably poked him, and that was what hurt.
It's the turf.
He landed on his foot.
He landed weird.
He
landed weird.
It was techon or whatever he
techon.
Said. Whatever that thing. El tucanazo.
I don't know how do you say them in English.
Tacos.
Spikes.
So anyways, what I was about to mention before was rudely interrupted by Edgar. No, I'm just kidding. Edgar.
Good.
That's a good point. Little controversy, right? I will say that we got lucky. I will say that was a PK in my eyes. 110%. That was a PK. VAR strikes again. You know what? These always go against us, and it's nice for it to. For once, somehow work in our favor. The ref didn't even go look at it or nothing.
I'm gonna say that what was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? I was complaining about how bad Drew Fisher was, and how bad pro referee has been over the last few years. All I gotta say is, for once in your life, you guys did something right on our end, before, on our end. Thank you. Oh shit, thank you. But still, goddamn, we got lucky. That's literally like the clearest penalty I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad miss. Edgar, I'm sure you feel the same way because you said we got lucky.
Oh, absolutely, man. And then Lewis, like I said, our buddy Lewis, he sent me a message. He's like, bullshit. He was at the penalty. God damn it. He was mad, and I was like,
dude, that's how TVs get broken.
I'm like, I agree with you. It was a penalty, but I was like, I'm looking at this Galaxy chat, and everybody's like, damn, that's a penalty. We're screwed, right? And then they don't even look at it, and you're like, well, I mean,
it was a
moving on.
I don't get to use this that often, and when I do, I mean it. It was a boneheaded tackle as well, right?
It was stupid.
Yeah. It was like a second late after the pass was
no,
off.
not just that. He's dribbling wide. Just stay on your feet. He's inside the box dribbling wide. He's not dribbling towards goal like into any immediate danger. And it's not from someone you expect to lunge like that. It's not a slip either. So I don't want to hear none of that he
Nah.
slipped or anything. He went in like to kill him, and I'm just like, dude,
That's a desperation tackle, man.
fuck yeah. But why? That's the thing. That's why it's a dumb tackle. Because again, he's dribbling away. He's dribbling wide. Brian, was that a PK?
Black hole.
100% a PK. I'm surprised that the ref missed that call. And to be honest, when it happened and the call was missed, I was like, damn, we finally got one. And it kind of put a smile on my face because we always on the shit end of this stick. And yeah, thank you, refs. Thank you. Thank you, refs.
It's next standing player, referee.
It's like I said before.
Hold
bro,
on. There's one more, and I left them
by the way-
last on purpose. Chewy, was that a PK?
That was a PK.
All right. No, culero over there.
Okay, hey,
I was
Guti.
outside. I was outside. What's up?
I never said it was
Here's a little funny thing for you. The referee is as Lukas Spala. He's like Polish American, I think. Anyway, Lukas Spala was the guy who refereed the game between Chivas and America, where America beat the hell out of Chivas. So there you go.
Damn.
Some of that CONCACAF rubbed up on him, and he brought it to him with him to Portland.
Damn.
Bro,
That was
I'm not gonna get into this topic. I'm not gonna get into it because it's a whole different, completely thing. But that dude was kind of bad. He should have given out like a red card to a specific player. I'm not gonna get into it. It's not part of this. But
No, it's relevant because like I just said, he's been doing CONCACAF. He does CONCACAF games normally at the club and national team level, and I just mentioned he did that game on Wednesday between America
there
and
was
Chivas.
there was a player for Chivas that was pretty much following the entire game, and up until like the 80th minute, he did like his 6th or 7th foul, and he finally got a yellow. So you know what? It's fine. Thank you. For once, we got something in our favor. Thank you, MLS pro referees. Thank you for once. I don't have to go crazy.
Hey, shout out to Project Glowstick. 12 viewers, one like. Que pedo. Go hit that like button. Oh, now we're up to 11. Hell yeah.
Yay!
12 million viewers is what he said, though. Anyways, twinkle, man. Can I get a double twinkle? All right, Adam, $5 super chat. Guys, what day is the midweek show dropping, and will it be live or pre-recorded? I think most of the time they go live. I don't think they promote it as much, but just for you, Adam, make sure I tell Edgar and Bryant, which I'm telling them now, to please promote it when you guys go live.
Right.
Adam.
So
That's
Adam, first of all-
$5, bro. He gave me $5, so the least you could do is promote it when you are live.
Adam, first of all, man, thank you so much for always being so gracious with the super chats. We really appreciate it. As far as the midweek show, obviously we're playing Minnesota United, so I'm gonna hit up the guys from the Lunacy podcast. They're always really good to talk to, and so look for me to make that announcement tomorrow. As far as securing Wednesday, it'll probably be Wednesday, either afternoon or early evening, but I will get that out as soon as possible.
And I'm gonna take this chance right now to thank Edgar for that work he does, because honestly, like, well, Edgar and Bryant, myself, Chewy, we really, and everybody else in NAG has like no hands on the midweek show. This is something that, especially this season, they've taken and ran with it. So shout out to you guys. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate it. We appreciate it, even though I didn't get a chance to listen this week, I'll be honest. And
Yeah, nerds.
obviously, Guti didn't either.
Like I said, I was too busy trying to get Prestige Master on Call of Duty.
There you go. There you go. No, but we really do appreciate it. And Edgar is connecting the league one team at a time. Then letting them know who the six-time
That's our
champs
Night
are.
Boy of the Year.
There you go. That's our NAC boy of the year. Trying
Singular
to
wireless connecting people.
trying to go back to back over there. I see you.
I see you, my boy. Yeah.
All right, guys. Is it a wartime?
No.
Hordes, baby.
Yeah. Well, nothing else from this game.
No,
All
just
right.
happy to get away with a point, man.
We tied.
Realistically, I feel like we could have honestly went in there and probably. I was telling Eddie, I feel like we should have won this game, but
You know why we didn't though?
that's
Honestly,
fine. I'll take the draw.
With this group of players, I think if we see this team later down the season, we would have done it.
That's true.
I just think it's just they're gelling. Some of them are like
Yeah.
first time pros, so that's why. Yeah, a draw is goes a long way away in an away game for this young group.
Yeah, all this experience is going to be invaluable come summertime and late in the season, because we're seeing these guys put into situations where, yeah, it's not, there's no playoff implications, but every game counts, right? Whether it's the beginning of the season or the end of the season, and having to go through this adversity right now will help this team's depth. We saw it last season. Remember, we saw it when there were injuries, when Puig went down. They had to play these really weird situations where it was raining and nobody sensibly should be out there playing in cold rain, and they were out there playing anyway, and they still got points. All this stuff is going to come back and be valuable later on. So yeah,
All right.
yeah, nothing to worry about, man. We'll be all right. We'll be okay.
Let's start with some awards. Let's see here. Geo. Let's start with Geo first. Do I have a Geo? Does anyone have one that wants to jump ahead? Because I'd really have to think about it. Oh, Black. Is that
Yeah, I do have a game is off, and it's gonna be Gabriel Peck. Some of the things you guys mentioned earlier about him looking frustrating and the teams triple teaming them and setting them in traps. There was a moment last season where even Ricky Puig was out because of injury, and he was able to take over the LA Galaxy and become the Gabriel Peck that we seen last season, which was close to being an MVP. He won newcomer of the year, and he ended up winning a championship. These last whatever games in MLS play, he hasn't really taken the reins of being the guy, especially if he wants to go to Europe. He doesn't seem like it right now. And then today, I don't know what frustration it was, but he didn't look too good. It seemed like a lot of stuff that he was doing was forced. So for this match, I will give Gabriel Peck the Game of Soft award because we know we can do way better, and we know what he's capable of.
And can I say something in his defense, Eddie?
you're harsh?
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
in Peck's
Go ahead.
defense,
Go ahead. Your Honor.
no, I mean, I just literally got talking about how important it was for people to get depth when
Yeah.
there were injuries, right? Um, we literally saw the team shift from Ricky Puig's hero ball to Vanny ball while Puig was out, and that is when Gabriel Peck started scoring goals, because all of a sudden they started feeding him, and that's because we had Mark Delgado and my God, Cerrillo and Brugman, all those guys working hard in the midfield to try to fill in those gaps left by Ricky Puig. And that's when Peck and Painter really started going off, especially Peck. But Delgado's not there anymore. Brugman's not there anymore. Fagundes is still trying to figure out what role he's going to be playing in the team. Cerrillo's trying to do different things as well. So that's why I said, and even Chewy said the same thing. You see Peck doing things that he normally doesn't want to do. He has to come back, gather the ball himself, and try to carry it up himself because nobody's giving him the ball. So of course it's going to make it harder on him. He's having to fall into that trap. But that's all. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, but if we gave it to Cedillo before, then Peck can get it too.
And we need him to be better than all right. Twinkle time. Adam, $5 super chat. Do you guys think Ainsley will return at the end of April? There's actually images of him already at practice, and I think we're kind of getting close to that time because it was 4 to 6 weeks, and this is week 4, and that was like a week before the season started.
It will be
So
week 5.
we're getting closer to a Painter return, I think. So.
I just hope he returns in time for maybe for the second leg against Tigres.
All right, so I can go 2 ways, but I'm gonna have to bring up one, right? I was gonna use Cerillo, but I think Cerillo's kind of, because I didn't know if my eyes were deceiving me. So I'm like, let me see the ratings they gave him, and then Cerillo had another bad game, but I'm not gonna give it to him for this one because that's been his game this season. So I'm gonna be. It might come off a little harsh, but you're playing with the big boys now, and we're starting to rate you high.
Nacimiento.
Miller.
Oh,
The game is off was Miller today. A little shaky at times. You're gonna be the starter now. You're gonna start getting judged like a starter. So yeah, game is off. Step it up, little man.
I'm gonna go Cirillo, just cause.
Cause he's Cirilling.
Cirillo. That's the way he pronounces it, bro. Cirillo. So I'm gonna pronounce it that way.
Damn.
You know, and I actually thought this game was a better game for Cedillo than before. Still not where he needs to be, but no, I'm going with Miller. That was one of the. You started off fairly okay, and then you kind of dipped and showed your age. You got that yellow card, which I don't mind, but that you know, you were showing us better, and then what happened today?
Damn. Parencito.
But you still started.
Black hole.
Oh, he went.
Oh yeah,
He went.
did
Yeah,
go.
he did.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, Oh, yeah. Edgar's the one that didn't go. The forgotten one. What's up, Edgar?
Ah, man. I know you guys are gonna say this is his game. That's just who he
Miguel Berry.
is. Miguel Berry. Because of that clown, like, we give up a goal, and he proves once again he doesn't belong anywhere in the starting 11. I mean, if we just ignore this and just say, "Oh, this is what he normally does," and not say anything about it, I think it's kind of irresponsible for us.
Us.
Because we have to call it like it is. His game is off every week, and people say, when he scores a goal, people are like, "Yeah, pass on back," like the candelabra and all that. I'm like, dude, when he scores a goal, we react that way because we're shocked that he scored a goal, right? Because it's like a miracle that he scores a goal.
You're bashing MLS Cup champ Barry, and I don't
Yeah.
appreciate it, bro.
The stick, bro. Leave the stick
Say
alone.
his name and he appears. I believe in Miguel Berry.
From Columbus to Atlanta, now with the Galaxy. All right. Honorable mention. Here we go, guys. You guys ready? It's gonna for me, because I gave him shit last time, and what a dime. Fuck it, Zancaleta.
Zancareta.
Zancaleta's gonna get his. You know what? For today, I'll call him Zanka. Zanka, you dead, man? Nah, with that kind of ball. He's well alive, bro. Yeah, I mean, no complaints. The center back pairings, defense really, besides the shakiness from Miller and then the goal we give away. And I mean, if it wasn't for Miguel Berry's awesome defending, we were probably looking at a shutout, and Zonka would have fucking midfield like dime, dude. Hits the guy right on his path right on the chest. So I gotta give it to him because I didn't even know that was part of his game. So that's something that all the complaints we saw online from fans from where he came from. Maybe this is what Will Kuntz and company saw in him. So he started again over Garces, which is interesting. So Zanka.
This one is kind of hard for me. I'm gonna just stick with. I'm gonna say Lepley. I was about to say Tyler Lepley, but his name is Tucker. Stupid.
Hey, Tucky.
Tucker Lepley.
I'm gonna give it to McCarty. He came in.
Oh, you give it to him.
good. You know what? He played good. He played. There's a reason why he should be starting. And it's good that he didn't. It looks like he didn't take it personal that he wasn't starting. He came in. He played good. Yeah, we got one goal against us, but at the end of the day, I feel that that's out of the four keepers we have, that's my keeper.
This fool say he didn't take it personal. Yeah, fool, cut me a check for $200,000 a year, and I'll be sitting on the bench. I won't take it personal either.
Yeah, I was gonna say John McCarthy as well. It just shows like at this point right now he's in a better place than Mikovic. So I feel that it's important to have him in there. He seems more stable. That Galaxy defense, I think, doesn't get as much credit as it should because a lot of the goals that Galaxy gave up this early in the season were because Novak Mikovic just wasn't playing so well. And having somebody like John McCarthy back there, we saw him play well against Herediano, and we saw him play well again against Portland. So nice to have a little bit more stability there. I still got to remind people though, he's still mid as far as goalkeepers are concerned in MLS, and that's something we can't forget.
Look at you using hip
Who's
words
mid?
like
You calling
mid.
McCarthy mid?
He is.
uh,
That just shows us what the other ones are.
damn.
I mean, you can't compete with other keepers like Berkey and
All right.
the other ones? I don't know.
right,
Other
Brian.
keepers like Berkey and that's it.
For me, I'm gonna give it to the guy that came in and gave us the tie and goal, Christian Ramirez, Superman himself. I know the the guy hasn't been what we've needed, but also because of the injuries that we have. And today, he showed that he could put it back in the net with some skillful um, ball handling. So I liked how he just finished that today, and for that, he gets the what is it? The honorable mention, the You've Got Hartman Award. So there you go.
The prestigious.
All right, prestige, prestige.
Prestige master.
Where's the trophy, Eddie?
It's over there somewhere. I have the belt today. It's okay. Next standing player award. I'm just gonna go because I'm just take what Brian said for honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Christian Ramirez. Comes in, gets his one opportunity, does what he's supposed to. Great control, great finish. We didn't even talk about the finish. I, it's a funky finish, but I think he put it where he was. Where he was supposed to. It was a striker's finish, I guess I want to say.
MLS striker finish.
An MLS striker finish.
Enough to beat the keeper. That's
Yeah,
what I
there you go. They all count the same, bro. So he's the reason why we're not sitting here talking about an 0-4 start, historic 0-4 start from a defending champion. So super point from Superman. Back to you, Guti.
I'm coming. I'm just gonna come.
I'm gonna say Yamane,
Title
bro.
drop.
I'm gonna say Yamane.
That's your next standing?
Miki Yamane.
Yeah, I feel like he came in, and I feel like it's like after he came in, it pretty much kind of the complexion. Anyways, I feel like once he came in, I think we started doing a lot better. Yeah, that's what I got.
Hey, you did better.
You did good. Yes, amazing.
I'm gonna go back to the You Got Harmon Award. So Christian Ramirez as well. Hey, when you have a little bit of time that you get to play, and you take advantage of that one, and again, I will not say that M. I will not say that was put on a silver platter for him because you still have a defender. It's still pretty difficult shot to get out. Yeah, took advantage of what he needed to do and scored. So, yeah, next standing.
Guys, I've been waiting all afternoon to say this. Next standing award goes to Lukas Spala, the referee for this game.
Not only I didn't have that at the top of my mind too, bro.
It has to go to him, dude. Not only did he preserve the draw, but here's something funny, right? In my ref report, I was looking this guy up, and I was like, huh. This guy has refereed 4 games for Galaxy, 5 games for Portland. And in all 4 of his Galaxy games, Galaxy has never lost, right? And his 5 games for Portland, they've never lost at home with him as the referee. So you had Galaxy coming in undefeated with him. You have Portland undefeated at home with him. I was like, something's got to give. And I'm talking like not even draws. Like Galaxy has never lost or had a draw or anything like that with him, right? And they go in there, and this guy's like, you know what? I'm not going to change anything. I don't give a damn, about this penalty. I'm gonna keep it real. a draw. I'm gonna ignore this. And he did. He did, man. Next standing, Galaxy remains undefeated with him. Portland remains undefeated at home with him. Got to give him credit for that,
it's
man. He
it's
found
it's
his
either
way.
it's either him or the people in the VAR room were
Right.
like, I fucking fell asleep at the wheel or
Let's
something,
see,
dude.
the VAR
was like,
was
oh
Mike
shit, I forgot to record.
Campener.
They fucking disconnected the HDMI by accident and shit. Like, oh,
Our screen's not working. Like that camera angle's not there.
Were you guys not pressing record?
Oh, damn.
Fuck.
It's gonna be like
We're watching a replay by accident.
Edgar,
Fuck.
I don't know if you
what's
remember
fascinating about the VAR is that it isn't just one person. There's two of them. There's a VAR and an assistant VAR.
Oh, stop spreading rumors, dude. I know what you're implying.
this. Edgar, you know Okada, right?
What's that?
You know Okada, right? The Rainmaker.
Moving on.
Never mind,
Sorry,
bro.
man. You caught me like from left field, man. You're talking about New Japan?
Yes. Well, he's in
Okay,
AEW
what
right
about-
now. The scene where he was in AEW, and the Acclaim was coming out, and he turns off their mic, and he's like, "I pressed the wrong button. I'm so sorry, bitch."
All right. Brian.
I'm gonna give it to a player that kind of got forgotten last season because this other player took his position, and in these last two starts, he has been amazing. And in particular today, playing in that wing, the left wing, um, he looked amazing defensively. So I'm gonna give it to Julian Alde. Julian Alde today, I think he had a terrific game. I'm glad to see him back. It kind of sucks for Johnny Nelson, who has been the rock for us all of last season, and we were able to win a championship with him last season. But today, and not just today, I think also in the game against Herediano in the midweek for the CONCACAF champions, he had a stellar game as well. So Julian Alde has to get the NAGn award from my perspective.
Sick ass peso pluma.
Hey man, and one of the things that probably hasn't been said, and I think people might be forgetting later on during the season is Galaxy have a shitload of games this season. So the fact that Aude is has to get to form, and we still have Johnny Nelson, it's like, okay, we have backups on backups, and not just backups. It's more like, okay, we have two starters that are gonna start in different tournaments and in different games, just because there's so much games that Galaxy have this season.
Not only just games like in the future, but I like in 2 weeks we're gonna literally have we're gonna be playing 5 games within 2 weeks. We got Orlando, Tigres, RSL, and then Tigres again, and then it's
And then May comes around, by the way. May is when the schedule dropped. Everybody looked at May because they got to play 7 games in May, and
Yeah, that's
including
in
that
the league.
1 week where they got to play LAFC, San Diego, and San Jose back to back to back.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
7
be
games
May.
in league, not including any extra.
Yeah.
I know. I got them ready. I got questions ready. It's funny. People can't hear Brian at times. And I was answering Brian's, letting me know that there was questions. So that's why it was a very weird. All right, I know. I was answering him. Keep on nagging, guys. Here we go. Play me out, Johnny. So questions from Instagram. Hold on. RPD Rasa 83. How long till Mateus makes an impact for the G's? I hope soon, because Christian Ramirez is gonna be an okay striker. We
Better than
need
Barry.
better than Barry, but that's like,
Not saying much.
yeah, it's like,
Speaking of Nascimento, by the way, dude, I was really excited to see him get in there, finally, make his debut, and it didn't take long for him to get his true MLS welcome because he got into, I think there was Peck had the ball on the wing, and Nascimento's kind of trying to jockey for position, and I don't know who it was from Portland, but they knocked him on his ass.
Yeah, he got
On a-
rocked.
He got rocked, and I
got
was like,
bitched
"Welcome to
this game,
MLS,
bro."
dude. Damn."
It was a Demogorgon. I'm still saying it, dude. He looks like the kid from Stranger Things.
Damn.
That's funny. I see it. Logan Jones says, Tucker definitely reminds me of what F. Alvarez could have been.
Thin.
Oh my god. No, Efra was supposed to be something even better than that.
Yeah. According to Zlatan.
No, I see it because at his age, the skill he had was gifted, right? But the work ethic was there. So that's all it was, bro. Efra, el chiquinogi. Hey, that's a while since I got an Efra reference in.
Talked
Just
about him
wait
last
until that
week,
guy
bro.
discovers Pollo Campero, man. He's gonna switch over
Puta,
to
lo voy a mandar
the
al fast,
Salvadorian
Brian.
league.
Bro, nothing beats chicken nuggets from McDonald's, bro. Nothing.
Oh,
I don't know. Wendy's spicy nuggets are pretty bomb.
yeah, they are. Man. I like those.
That's your next poll right there,
With the
Edgar.
ghost
That's what
pepper
you should write
sauce?
about. That's what you should write about next, bro. Chicken
Best
nuggets.
chicken
bro.
nuggets in the world, bro. There you
I
go.
don't think Efra is allowed to go to restaurants with a women logo.
Oh, I get it.
I wonder
I'm
what
not
kind of
gonna-
chicken nuggets Dom Mysterio has, man. Because
Kirkland.
No, he said what?
Oh, that's cuisine right there.
Hey,
man.
Kirkland
No,
makes some bomb shit,
no,
bro.
but he
There's
said it-
literally Kirkland sparkling water case that I just got right there. So
I mean, is it? I mean, I've heard that
Chick-fil-A.
Kirkland
He
is
said it on an
actually.
interview. Chick-fil-A.
No, I've heard that Kirkland is actually it's just a mask for some actually pretty good brands that they get.
Yeah,
and
like
they
their
just slap the
vodka.
Kirkland logo on it.
Their vodka is Grey Goose.
this is going off the rails, guys. We can have a whole podcast on Kirkland. Drop the comments here. Go back to the questions on Instagram. Let us know what your favorite Kirkland brand product is, and then
Water.
we'll try it on here. We'll try it out here.
The water.
The water's
And one of these episodes, water. The what is it? pH? What high pH? The water? What is
No, regular water. I don't drink any of that.
$2.50 for a 50-pack.
Would you trust those Kirkland brand condoms, man? You know,
If you want to find me on social media, you can't. Kuti, where can they find you?
Guilty.
oh, poor Nala. He's like, let me in.
And Nala's on barking there. Shut up.
Man.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like this dude. I don't want to be seen.
Go for what?
For it.
Where can they find you?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was just listening to Nala. She was like saying something there. Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram as Edgar Nags. Bryant?
You guys can find me as Bryant Nags on Instagram, on Twitter, and I think that's it. Facebook, MySpace, Techno4.us.
Gonna make a new kind of says
AOL
Black Hole
Messenger,
Nags.
Yahoo Chat.
Chuyasu.
You guys can find me on all social media as Chavez JA, Chavez Ha. I'm everywhere like that. It's pretty easy, pretty simple to find.
Hey!
You did the
Again, thank
thing.
you everyone for tuning in here with us on this Sunday night. This has been another episode of News Across the Galaxy. For Guti, Edgar, Chewy, Brian, my name's Eddie. 4 games, 1 point. We're gonna try this again.
What are you doing, Eddie?
God, you guys are terrible. Keep on nagging.
Keep on it.